Hello my dear friends, my name is Anthony and I'm here to help you create a bigger and more profitable business. If you want to grow your business faster in a more reliable and controllable way, this channel is for you. This is the first video in a series of strategic planning, so if you want to know more about that, stay tuned. In this video, we'll talk about SWOT as an introduction to business planning and business strategies. SWOT is basically a screenshot of your current state in business. SWOT analysis consists of 4 things. Those 4 things are strengths, opportunities, weaknesses, and threats. Let's break those down. When you do a SWOT analysis, you draw a square, just like this one that I drew here. This square represents your current business state. In each small square, you have to write down strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. While strengths and weaknesses are internal, and opportunities and threats are external. While creating a SWOT analysis, you have to be fair with yourself. So let's say if in strengths you know that you have loads of customers and your current customer base is huge, and those customers respect you and want to buy from you, it's a total strength. But if you know that the last batch of your product was damaged, then you have to apply it into weakness part. So that's one of your weaknesses. Last batch was bad, so you have to rethink the strategy. Same goes with opportunities and threats. I will try to show you those while using Netflix as an example. Strengths are all of your company's strengths in internal part: money, resource, customers, product, and every other part of your company which can present you with different positive aspects, and any other positive part of your company. Weakness are all the negative parts of your company: bad customer service, lack of connection with customers, bad product, bad website, whatever, but you have to be honest with yourself. Opportunities are external. Let's say government want to add some fees for some kind of service, but you know how to create this service in another way to lower the fees. That's the external, because you don't have the ability to change what happens, but you can adapt. That's opportunity. You know that one of your competitors has a problem and you can capitalize on it. That's an opportunity. Some crazy coverage in media, press, or maybe someone gave you a positive feedback and this person has a worldwide following. That's an opportunity. Threats are emerging competition, possible negative reviews on a press. All of those are external and they're negative. So basically, you have to create a square one more time with positive, negative, internal, and external. That's the SWOT analysis. In this video, I'll try to give you a more in-depth example while using Netflix as an example for SWOT. So let's create a square and put it here. In this square, we will start writing down all the things that are relevant to SWOT. Let's start with strengths. Strength number 1, strong brand-based popularity, right? We all like Netflix. It's awesome. That's a huge strength. Strength number 2, wide reach. Strength number 3, its price. Basically, its price is much lower than cable, so why won't we use it? It's a huge strength. Let's continue to weaknesses. Payment agreements might be problematic because basically some of the shows are bought and some of the shows are created. Those that are bought might be problematic while we're talking about payment agreements. Weakness number 2, connectivity. If you don't have internet, you don't have Netflix. Weakness number 3, imitatable business model. It's pretty easy to create something similar. It's very demanding, but it's possible. The third point might be threats and weakness at the same time, because basically the way you created your service, the way you created your business model, it's a weakness. But if you're looking from outside, it might be threat. Possible opportunities. Number 1, Potential expanding to music market. Basically, there is a platform, so why not to use it for audio streaming? Opportunity number 2, even deeper diversification for a customer. Opportunities number 3, possible growth through another partnerships or in other countries. Better reach. Now let's talk about threads. Thread number 1, emerging competition. Now we're talking about Walt Disney, which is basically creating some pretty similar streaming platform that is direct competitor of Netflix. Thread number 2, legal issues. It's very difficult to get licenses in different countries. Maybe some new emerging company, a new emerging competitor will have a better opportunities to use some other shows that you are currently don't use, and you won't be able to get these shows. Thread number 3, some potential criticism and poor reach in some specific countries. So as you see here, SWOT is pretty subjective because some of those things can travel from one instance to another. Let's say opportunities can be strength and strengths can be opportunities. Same goes with threats and weakness, because basically they're interconnected. When you're creating a SWOT analysis, you have to create the best version possible while being as transparent and as realistic as you can. You have to look at all your weaknesses and all your strengths, list them, then look at all your opportunities and all your threats and list them. In most of the cases, if you do it the right way, you should have pretty same amount of everything around the inside of this square. So that's how SWOT analysis looks. With all that, we understand that SWOT is just a capture of reality. You're not really dealing with all the problems and all the weaknesses. You can, but there is a better option. After you created a SWOT, you can continue to TOES. TOES is basically same basis, same concept. It's strength, weakness, opportunities, threats, but arranged in a little bit different way. That's how it looks. So as you see, those are two options, while SWOT is just looking at what happens, and TOES makes you think of answers, because while looking at TOES, you're creating much more dependent structure and you understand all the weak points and all the threads, how they are interconnected. And now you have to create an answer for that. So basically, in TOES, you take the SWOT and upgrade it. Our next video will be about TOES. If you're still here, thumbs up and subscribe to get additional information and tips on marketing strategies. For conclusion, SWOT is a super simple way to look at your business and to see all the positive and negative aspects and possible threats and opportunities. As simple as that. It's just a simple tool to understand what's going on. You will probably use another tools and strategies to deal with those problems, but for a general purpose, it's awesome. Thank you for sticking around, and see you in the next one.